Hello everyone, I'm Betty.
I'm Sue.
We're the Smith sisters. Go ahead, Sue. Well, today we're going to do a dish called zucchini parmesan or zucchini lasagna, which can also be made with eggplant, but we're using zucchini today. And a little background on how we learned to make this.
This is a tribute and a compliment to our dear, dear friend Philip Leonardi, the greatest chef I've ever known, and especially in Italian cuisine. So he taught Betty one winter day when we were all in Florida, and this has now become a specialty of hers, but we give kudos to our friend Philip for teaching us this. So I'm going to let Betty go ahead.
Okay, first of all, we're going to talk about the first thing you have to do is find zucchinis. This time of year, we're just about at the end of them, but usually they're in Michigan during the summer, there's huge amounts. I cut off both ends, then I cut the back of it so it would lay flat. You're trying to do it as thin as possible. Then you'll lay it down and you just take your knife, and you just make thin strips of zucchini. Just cut it along, try not to cut your finger, which he told me is common to do, but I've been fortunate enough not to do it. And you cut up all the zucchini until you have enough that you feel is for a pan. What we're making today, I've used 3 zucchinis to do. Then once you have it all cut, you take it and you put it in egg dip, which is 2 to 3 eggs with just a dash of water. Then you'll also have a bag with flour, salt, and pepper. Then you take your zucchini, that's the end one, let's not do that one, and you'll put it in here. And
Make sure it's covered very generously.
Then you're going to put it in the flour.
Coat it.
And shake it up good. Then you're going to have going either on which I usually do is on the outside grill. I have an iron skillet that I put out there, and you put about 3/4 of an inch of oil, get it very hot, then you put this in it. You put your strips in it, you can do 3 or 4 at a time. Then, bring that tray over, Suzanne. You do both sides of the grill, of the zucchini.
And the reason Betty does it outside on her grill is to keep the frying odor out of her home. It doesn't mean that you can't do it in your house. So
if you're doing it outside, I do it in the wintertime too, and this is how it will come out. The next thing we're going to do is begin the layering. You take a can of the diced or crushed tomatoes, and you can also use the one that has basil and oregano in it, but we're going to add some oregano and Italian seasoning and garlic. This I've already done a little bit in the Italian seasoning into the tomatoes. So now we're going to take a spoonful or 2
of the tomato mixture.
And you're going to lay it out there, kind of coat the bottom. Then we're going to take these, we just lay them in.
Now you ready for more tomatoes or not?
Just a minute.
All right.
Okay, a little tomato.
Well, Philip, this is very popular around these parts. We want you to know how we take everything you've taught us very seriously.
Then you add a dash or two of oregano. Then a dash or two of garlic. Then you take Parmesan cheese.
And he always taught that the cheap canister kind is absolutely fine for
Fine.
this.
Then
Hard
we're
to
gonna-
believe, but
Yeah. Then we're going to start another layer. We layer them right back up here again. Just like you're making lasagna.
and then we're doing more tomatoes. Smells so good.
You can do 2 or 3 layers of this. And then we'll bake it at 350. It can be used as a side dish, a main dish, with any type of meat you want, or just alone.
Salad or
Now, I must tell you a story. The time that he taught me how to make it, he then proceeded. Oh, we had it that night at their house for dinner. Oh my God, it was so good. And he serves his food at room temperature. This would have been
vegetables.
This would have been, and meats as well, somewhat at room temperature. And this, so he had some left over. And the next day I was headed back to Michigan, and he arrived in the morning with a thing of Parmesan between 2 pieces of very thin bread, wrapped in wax paper and put in a brown paper bag. He said, now you can eat this on the plane. So Suzanne takes me to the airport. I get to the airport. I check in. I hurry right down because I know I'm early. And I set my little butt right down the chair, opened up that brown bag. And they hadn't even had first call to board the plane.
And
I had...
The zucchini sandwich
The
was
zucchini
gone.
was gone.
It looks like you're ready for the oven.
Then you put it in the oven, again at 350 for about 30 minutes, or until it's really already cooked, but it will form together. About 30 minutes.
Great.
Okay? And that's the beginning or the end of our zucchini parmesan. And Phil, thank you so much.
Thank you, Philip. We love you.
Love you.
Well, join us the next time. I'm Sue.
I'm Betty.
We're the Smith sisters.